What is up, guys? It's Dan here, and today I am bringing you my new ladder deck from Clash Royale. So, I have gone on an insane win streak, basically. 17 wins in a row is ridiculous. I don't think I've done more than about 8 before. The way Supercell do the matchmaking, I'm not going to use the word rigged because that's unfair, but it makes it very hard to get these win streaks. So, the deck I've been using is quite good, all round balanced deck. It's got the defensive cards like the Ice Wizard, Log, Ice Spirit, Fire Spirit, slowing it down, and obviously the Fire Spirits do crazy damage. Then got the offensive cards like the Miner and the Three Musketeers, which were melting towers. They just, if you get everything right, the tower's gone. So it's quite versatile. There's a few different attacks I can do, but I'm going to head into the action so you can see for yourself. In this first one, we're going to be coming up against a Golem Sparky Goblin Barrel user, which is going to test the defensive capabilities of this deck to the max. It is a combination I've struggled to play against many times. The Goblin Barrel Sparky, I mean, what do I do with my Zap? It's confusing, isn't it? I mean, I've had a lot of issues. I'm going to start off by dealing with the Sparky with the Ice Spirit just to distract it, but unfortunately the Musketeer does not kill it quick enough. So it's then going to head towards the tower. I'm going to have to drop the Fire Spirits, and it's just burn up the elixir. Luckily I've got the Log to deal with the Goblin Barrel, and then I'm going to drop the Ice Spirit to deal with those minions. So they've had the slightly better start, but I've probably got more of an understanding of what their deck is about at this point than they have of me. So I'm not too worried, but I haven't seen the Golem at this point, which, unless you've got an Inferno Tower, an Inferno Dragon, something like that, they're quite hard to deal with. The amount of hit points they've got is crazy, especially when they've got a card like a Sparky behind it, because I've not got air units in this army, so I am heavily at risk. I chuck in the Miner, unfortunately too late, so that Golem has not taken a hit and it is marching on towards my tower. It's not looking good at this point. As the Goblin Barrel comes in, where do I use my Zap? I'm going to have to use the Log to take all those goblins out. If I didn't have the Log, I would be in so much trouble. And if you saw closely enough, that clutch play dropping the Ice Spirit in front of the Sparky, so lucky I did that to keep those two Musketeers alive. And then the Fire Spirits to take out the minion horde. He's given it a well played. I'm pretty happy with that. Complete luck, but I'm happy with it. So I'm going to somehow take their tower down to 270 and stay in the game. So this was one of the toughest combinations I came up against. That's why I showed it to you. But if you're going to win 17 games in a row, you're going to have to be able to play against pretty much any combination. That Sparky is going to take out 3 of the Barbarians with the world's biggest range. I don't know. Sorry, not the world's biggest range. The world's biggest splash damage. Like, it does crazy area damage. That's why I started using it. Because it just obliterates. I'm then going to chuck everything at that left tower. Probably more than I needed to. Just because I was worried with time. But as he's spent so much time defending that tower, he's let me take out his right tower, and somehow I've pulled this back for a 2-1 victory. He's dropped a Golem at the end. That's going to do nothing. I'm not really sure how I brought that back. He was quite careless, but I got the win, the W. That's all that matters. And it was on to the next raid as the streak continued. So in this one, he's just going to pump up at the start. I've got literally nothing to do, so I'm just going to chuck an Ice Wizard down. It's like the go-to card. It does whatever. I'm going to chuck the Ice Spirit out and the 3 Musketeers. I'm going to go quite offensive because I've got 5 elixir more because of his pump. And then I'm going to chuck the Miner at the pump rather than the Princess, just because I don't want to let him build up too much of an elixir advantage. He's then got the Miner, the Barbarians. He's got all sorts coming out my towers. Fire Spirits are going to take out those Barbarians, and then I'm going to drop the Log to take out the Princess. Good thing about having the Log is I can still fight Princesses and save my Miner for pumps. So it's one of the good uses of the card. At the moment, we are even on Elixir, but he's got a pump, so really he's miles ahead. I'm going to drop my Barbarians to stop this hog. He'll only get one hit off, 2 hits with the zap. Or no, still only one, luckily for me. They've got a princess. I am not cycled to any cards that are any use in this situation. And as the Ice Wizard comes in, they're going to get obliterated. I'm going to use that Ice Wizard to split my Musketeers up a little bit more, which is quite good for avoiding the sort of splash damage. This time I'm ready for his Barbarians, so I drop the Ice Spirit and Fire Spirits, which take it all out. And on the other side, I've done a little bit of damage again. As all these troops come in, I'm going to use the Ice Wizard to slow down the log, but really I'm just delaying things rather than stopping them. Would not recommend that defense. It did not work well. He's obviously got a quicker cycle than me, so it is quite hard for me to have my counters prepared for his. So I'm going to drop the Barbarians at the back. He's going to set at max Elixir for a good amount of time there. He probably wasted about 5. So I'm then going to come in with the Miner to this time take out the Princess. I'm not as worried about the pump with this little time because I've just gone all in here with the Fire Spirits, the Ice Spirits. Musketeers are going to take down that tower on the right, and then with the Barbarians tanking from the Musketeer on the left, I'm going to take that tower almost all the way down. The Barbarians are going to stop the Hog, and then Fire Spirits are going to take out a lot of the minion horde, while the Ice Spirit slowed it down, and then the Log is going to take out the Princess and the rest of the tower, and his Hog is not going to get anywhere near enough damage. So again, I was down by 1, but I brought it back for the 2-1 victory. Somehow, seemed to make a habit of it. Now, this one, my least favourite person in the world. Don't know what his name is, but I don't like him because he is the one that ended my win streak. And the thing that annoyed me the most is he did it quite comfortably. So he's just cycled through to his pump at the start. I've again split my Barbarians because I've not got a lot to do. I dropped my Musketeers, but really I probably should have dropped my Log first to take out the Princess, as she does quite a lot of damage. And at the moment, left tower looking good, taking it down all the way to 280. So at this point, I'm feeling great. But he's got the pump, so he's building up his elixir advantage. Building it up, and he's just going to drop a giant, going to drop a balloon. I'm going to drop a log. Yeah, that's done pretty much nothing. So that balloon's coming in. I'm locked onto the giant, and that balloon takes 3 hits, and it is goodbye tower. So Fire Spirits then do a bit of damage to it, but it's even going to go onto my crown tower and get a hit. The Barbarians are going to get painfully close to his tower, but the minions, which I was defenseless to, are going to kill them all, and I'm going to have to clear up with my Ice Wizard. And look how much elixir he's got compared to me right now. That Miner is going to take out a lot of pump, to be fair, but he's outplaying me to the max here. The way he's building up elixir, and he's just beating me in every elixir trade. So he's again drops the giant balloon. I'm not got anywhere near enough for my 3 Musketeers, which is the only card I've got that can really do anything to counter this combination. So again, the tower goes down, and I'm just dropping cards that are not doing anything for me. The balloon comes in again, gets a couple of hits off, and I'm down to 1266. I'm going to drop the 3 Musketeers all on one side, because partly because I'm a fool, but also because I was kind of like, to win this I need to 3 crowns, so I went for it. It didn't go well. I got 1 tower down, but he's got a lot coming at my tower now. The Ice Wizard is not going to slow down things enough, and yeah, I think this is going to be GG. So that ended it there. That ended the run. It was going well. I was absolutely dispatched at the end, but well, we'll just have a flick through my log so you can actually see that I've done it. But this will wrap it up for the video. Thank you very much for watching, and tune in next time for more Clash Royale content. Make sure you follow me on Twitter as well, because I'm going to be hosting more and more tournaments, so that is the best place to see them. Also, in the comments below, let me know what you thought, and also let me know what your longest win streak was. But that's it, so thank you very much, and goodbye.